The leaked email has exposed an unprecedented secret, and a powerful force is willing to do whatever it takes to bury it forever. Scientology is not just a religion, it's a mind-controlling machine, a dark empire that holds some of the most powerful figures in the world in its grasp. Tom Cruise, the on-screen hero, may just be another pawn in their carefully orchestrated game. But what has kept him bound to this organization for decades, despite countless allegations, scandals, and shocking defections? The answer lies in an earth-shattering secret, one that cuts to the very core of Tom Cruise's identity, a truth powerful enough to shake Hollywood to its foundation and dismantle Scientology from within. That truth came to light when a leaked email lifted the veil on Scientology's deepest shadows. On a quiet morning, as sunlight filtered through the curtains, the entertainment industry was rocked by a shocking revelation. An internal Scientology email had surfaced, exposing explosive details about Tom Cruise's relationship with the organization. The email's contents included highly sensitive information about Cruise's personal life and his role within Scientology, raising serious questions about why he has remained loyal to the church for so long. The leaked email was allegedly sent by a high-ranking Scientology member to the organization's top officials. In it, the author expressed deep concern about ensuring Cruise's unwavering loyalty and highlighted personal information that could be used to keep him under control. This revelation fueled speculation that Scientology might be leveraging highly sensitive information to prevent Cruise from leaving or speaking out against the church. The leak raised pressing questions about the identity and motives of the whistleblower. Was it an insider who had become disillusioned with Scientology's control tactics, or a former high-ranking member who had changed their stance and wanted to expose the truth? Some sources speculated that the person behind the leak could be Debbie Cook, a former senior Scientology executive who had publicly criticized the organization's relentless fundraising efforts, arguing that they betrayed the original principles set forth by L. Ron Hubbard. However, no concrete evidence has linked Cook to the leak. While the identity of the whistleblower remains a mystery, their motives seem clear: to expose Scientology's coercive tactics, particularly when it comes to its highest-profile members. As news of the leaked email spread across media platforms, a firestorm erupted. Major news outlets, talk shows, and online forums were flooded with discussions about Tom Cruise and his deep ties to Scientology. The revelation sparked widespread speculation about just how much control the organization exerted over his personal and professional life. Some people expressed sympathy for Cruise, believing he might be trapped in a situation beyond his control. Others, however, criticized him for continuing to support an organization accused of using manipulation and intimidation tactics. Notably, this is not the first time Scientology has faced allegations of collecting and weaponizing personal information to control its members. For years, reports have suggested that through auditing sessions, the church gathers and stores highly sensitive details about individuals, later using them as leverage to ensure loyalty. However, the idea that a megastar like Tom Cruise could also be ensnared in this web of control has elevated the issue to an entirely new level, drawing global attention. For decades, Tom Cruise has been one of Hollywood's biggest stars, but he has also been its most prominent and vocal Scientology advocate. His deep commitment to the church has long been scrutinized, with past controversies casting a shadow over his public image. Now, with this explosive email leak, Cruise faces a major challenge to his career and reputation. Media analysts suggest that if he wants to safeguard his future, he may need to reassess his public association with Scientology and consider addressing the leak head-on. However, after decades of unwavering devotion to Scientology, that may not be an easy choice. This highly sensitive leak has once again reignited debates about Scientology, Tom Cruise, and the secrets lurking behind one of the most controversial organizations in the world. How does Scientology control its stars? Scientology has long been known as a secretive and powerful organization, especially within Hollywood. What has kept top stars like Tom Cruise loyal to the church for decades? The answer lies in a sophisticated control tactic: secrecy. Scientology's system gradually collects personal information from its members through courses and auditing sessions. In the beginning, members are encouraged to share their thoughts, emotions, and deepest fears. But the further they progress, the more they are required to reveal about their personal lives, relationships, past mistakes, and even their most shameful moments. Auditing. The ultimate tool of control auditing is Scientology's core practice. During these sessions, members hold a device called an e-meter while answering questions posed by an auditor. Every detail is meticulously recorded and stored. Initially, this process is marketed as a way to free the mind, but in reality, it is a carefully designed trap. Is Tom Cruise trapped? As one of Scientology's most loyal members, Tom Cruise may have shared highly sensitive information during his auditing sessions. These records are not just stored, they can be used as leverage. Lawrence Wright, author of Going Clear, Scientology, Hollywood, and the Prison of Belief, once quoted a former high-ranking Scientology member, "If Tom Cruise ever decided to leave, they have enough material to destroy him." Beyond just holding personal information, Scientology employs other methods of control, such as isolation and character assassination. Anyone who leaves the church is labeled a suppressive person, SP, effectively cutting them off from family, friends, and even their career. How have other celebrities escaped Scientology? Tom Cruise is not the only star who has been deeply involved in Scientology. Many high-profile figures have faced similar pressures, but not all have stayed. Leah Remini, best known for The King of Queens, spent over 30 years in Scientology before she defected and exposed its inner workings. After leaving, she was subjected to surveillance and constant harassment. She once said, "They have a playbook on how to destroy you, and they execute it with military precision." Paul Haggis, the Oscar-winning director of Crash, was another high-profile defector. After leaving, he faced lawsuits, negative press, and damaging rumors designed to tarnish his reputation. While each person's exit story differs, the common thread is clear. Anyone who dares to stand against Scientology faces severe consequences. Can Tom Cruise ever leave? Cruise is not just a member, he is Scientology's global ambassador. Every move he makes is closely monitored to ensure his continued loyalty. Whenever rumors arise that he may be distancing himself from the church, Scientology acts swiftly to shut them down. Katie Holmes, Cruise's ex-wife, reportedly executed a meticulously planned escape from both their marriage and Scientology. She spent months secretly preparing to ensure she could leave without interference. This alone speaks volumes about the level of control the organization exerts over its members. Scientology, a sophisticated system of control. Scientology is not just a religious organization. It is a powerful network with deeply entrenched influence and a terrifying ability to manipulate. They use personal information as leverage and will go to any lengths to protect their reputation. Does Tom Cruise actually want to leave, or does he truly believe in Scientology's teachings? One thing is certain, the world is watching his every move. Scientology's views on gender and individual roles. Scientology has long maintained rigid views on individual roles in society. In this system, gender is not merely a biological trait, but also a significant factor in spiritual beliefs, determining how members are treated and what is expected of them. L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology, wrote in Dianetics, "The modern science of mental health, that the roles of men and women in society are shaped by past lives and spiritual status. This belief creates a strict framework for gender roles in Scientology, encouraging men to assume leadership positions, protect the church, and embody strength, while women are often assigned supportive and nurturing responsibilities. Those who do not adhere to this structure may be seen as potential threats to the organization's balance." Within this context, Tom Cruise is not just a Scientology member, he is expected to embody the ideal male figure, a symbol of strength, dominance, and unwavering loyalty. Scientology's control over personal lives. One of Scientology's core principles is tight control over the personal lives of its members, especially those with influence. From romantic relationships and marriage to public image, everything falls under the organization's supervision. Since joining Scientology in the 1980s, Tom Cruise has quickly risen to become one of the church's most celebrated figures. However, maintaining this position requires more than just fame. He must personify the church's ideal vision of masculinity. This means adhering to strict expectations regarding his identity and how he presents himself to the public. Former Scientology members have revealed that high-ranking individuals often undergo intensive auditing sessions designed to ensure they maintain the correct mental state. These auditing sessions not only extract personal confessions, but can also serve as a tool to realign behavior if a member shows signs of deviating from Scientology standards. For Tom Cruise, his career is not just a series of blockbuster films, it is also part of Scientology's influence. One reason he is so fiercely protected by the organization is that he represents Scientology's ideology with absolute devotion. A former high-ranking Scientology member once stated, "Tom isn't just a follower, he is the embodiment of what Scientology wants, the absolute loyalty of a man." In this context, loyalty is not just a commitment to the church, but also maintaining the image of a decisive, disciplined man who is fully in control of his life according to Scientology standards. Does Scientology control Tom Cruise's relationships? It is no coincidence that Tom Cruise's relationships have been closely monitored by Scientology. Some reports suggest that the organization may have played a role in arranging his romantic relationships, from selecting potential partners to overseeing how those relationships were maintained and ended. Katie Holmes, Cruise's ex-wife, was reportedly a perfect candidate by Scientology standards before their marriage. However, when their relationship deteriorated, she had to meticulously and secretly plan her escape. Not just from Tom Cruise, but from Scientology's control as well. A former Scientology member once revealed, "In Scientology, a relationship is never just about love, it is about control." This raises an important question. Does Tom Cruise truly have freedom in his personal life, or is he merely part of a carefully crafted power structure built by Scientology? Has Tom Cruise ever wanted to leave Scientology? For decades, rumors have swirled that Tom Cruise may have considered leaving Scientology only to be pulled back in. What has kept him tied to the organization for so long? Is it unwavering belief, absolute loyalty, or something deeper? Could Scientology be holding a secret about his identity and using it as leverage to maintain control? One of the most critical moments when Cruise was rumored to have considered leaving Scientology was around 2005-2006 during his rapidly developing relationship with Katie Holmes. Insiders reveal that Katie Holmes was never entirely comfortable with Scientology, and this deeply affected Cruise. She had serious concerns about how Scientology controlled his life. A former Scientology member shared, "Katie didn't want her daughter growing up in that environment." There is evidence that while living with Katie, Tom Cruise experienced moments of doubt about Scientology. A Hollywood industry insider once stated, "At one point, he seriously considered leaving because of Katie, but then everything changed." What made him reconsider? Many believe that David Miscavige, the current leader of Scientology, directly intervened in Cruise and Holmes' marriage. Some sources suggest that Miscavige helped expedite their separation, ensuring that Cruise remained within the organization. Scientology, a religion or a control system? Scientology is not just a religion. It is a sophisticated control system with far-reaching influence. It gathers information, uses secrets as leverage, and will go to great lengths to protect its reputation. Tom Cruise may be one of Hollywood's most powerful stars, but even he cannot easily leave Scientology. The secrets the organization holds may have become an inseparable part of his life, and perhaps that is why he remains, despite the endless speculation about his desire to leave. Direct intervention of Scientology leader David Miscavige, the supreme leader of Scientology, is not only a close friend of Tom Cruise but also holds absolute power within the organization. According to multiple sources, he has allegedly warned Cruise that leaving Scientology would lead to devastating consequences, not just for his career, but also for his reputation and personal life. One of the most sensitive elements reportedly used to keep Cruise within Scientology is a confidential file compiled over the years. This file is believed to contain highly personal information about his identity, serving as a powerful means of control. If Cruise ever experienced internal struggles related to his personal identity or moments of doubt about his beliefs, Scientology likely recorded everything and used that information to maintain its influence over him. A former Scientology member once revealed, "They don't just keep records on Tom Cruise. They have files on every celebrity who has ever been involved in Scientology. They use it as leverage to ensure that no one leaves without facing consequences." Divorce from Katie Holmes. A missed opportunity to escape after his divorce from Katie Holmes in 2012, many believe this was Cruise's best chance to break free from Scientology. Holmes secured custody of their daughter, Suri, and immediately severed all ties with the organization. This led the public to hope that Cruise might do the same. However, contrary to expectations, instead of distancing himself from Scientology, Cruise became more committed to the organization than ever. A close source revealed that after the divorce, he went through a deep personal crisis. He lost Katie, he lost Suri. The only thing he had left was Scientology. This was also when David Miscavige once again stepped in, reinforcing Cruise's dedication to the organization. Although the public always sees a confident and strong Tom Cruise, there have been rare moments when he appeared pensive, as if carrying an unspoken burden. A former Scientology member who worked closely with Cruise disclosed, "There were times when I truly believed he was struggling internally. But every time that happened, Scientology found a way to pull him back in." Rumors about his personal life and Scientology's control. Rumors about Cruise's personal life have persisted for decades. In the 1990s, speculation about his private relationships was widespread, though never confirmed. Some believe Scientology actively managed these rumors, protecting Cruise's image in exchange for his absolute loyalty. A former high-ranking Scientology member once revealed, "Tom Cruise is not just a member, he is Scientology's most powerful symbol. They cannot afford to lose him because he is living proof of their influence and power." If Scientology truly holds extremely sensitive information about Cruise, it would explain why he has never been able to completely completely sever ties with the organization. In 2018, rumors surfaced that Cruz was once again questioning his faith in Scientology, especially as his daughter, Suri, grew up in a world entirely separate from the organization. An insider claimed that Cruz had considered leaving, but just like before, something pulled him back in. This raises a critical question. Does Scientology hold a secret so powerful that Cruz cannot escape? Despite having multiple reasons to leave, Tom Cruise has repeatedly stood at the crossroads between freedom and Scientology's control, but he has never taken the final step. Debbie Cook, the whistleblower who shook Scientology. Those who follow Scientology's history may be familiar with the name Debbie Cook. Before becoming one of the most infamous whistleblowers, she was one of the most influential high-ranking members of the organization. Debbie joined Scientology at a young age, dedicating nearly 30 years of her life to the organization and holding a key position at its headquarters. However, in 2012, she became the center of a shocking scandal when she sent a bombshell email to thousands of Scientology members. In this email, she exposed David Miscavige's ruthless actions, including how Scientology manipulated members' loyalty, forcing them to donate millions of dollars, imposing severe punishments on those who dared to question the organization's authority. As soon as Debbie Cook's email became public, she became a prime target for Scientology's attacks. The organization immediately sued her for violating confidentiality agreements and used every possible method to silence her. In the end, Debbie Cook was forced to withdraw from public attention and remain silent to avoid retaliation. But the real question is, did Debbie Cook truly remain silent, or was she behind the leaked emails concerning Tom Cruise? According to some insider sources, Debbie has remained in contact with many former high-ranking Scientology members, people who once held significant power within the organization. These sources claim that she still possesses a vast collection of confidential documents exposing Scientology's darkest secrets. If Debbie was indeed behind the recent email leaks, she may be determined to continue exposing the true nature of the organization she once faithfully served. Or perhaps this is her final act of defiance against David Miscavige, the man she believes turned her life into a nightmare during her final years in Scientology. Of course, Debbie Cook is not the only one with a motive to reveal the truth. In recent years, many former members of Scientology have defected from the organization and publicly condemned what they witnessed. Among them, the most notable is Leah Remini, the famous actress and former Scientologist who became one of the most outspoken critics of the church after leaving in 2013. Leah has conducted numerous interviews, written books, and even produced a documentary series exposing Scientology's secrets. However, if she is truly behind this latest email leak, it would be an incredibly bold move, even for someone as fearless as her. Another possibility is that the whistleblower is someone still within Scientology, an insider who has lost faith and decided to act. Throughout the organization's history, high-ranking staff members have leaked confidential documents after reaching their breaking point. If this theory is true, the whistleblower could be facing severe danger. Scientology has a zero-tolerance policy for those who betray the organization. The infamous Fair Game policy allows Scientology to use any means necessary to destroy the lives of those who oppose them. L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology, once declared, "Suppressive persons may be deprived of property or injured by any means by any Scientologist without any discipline of the Scientologist. They may be tricked, sued, lied to, or destroyed. With such a ruthless doctrine, anyone leaking information about Scientology risks being watched, harassed, or even facing serious threats to their safety. If the whistleblower is indeed an insider, they may already be under strict surveillance. Scientology is notorious for using private investigators, wiretapping, and hiring cybersecurity experts to monitor defectors. Many former members have been followed for years, lost job opportunities due to Scientology's smear campaigns, or been forced to live in secrecy to avoid retaliation. While this email leak could be the independent action of someone determined to expose the truth, there is another possibility. This might be just the tip of a larger scheme against Scientology, or even against Tom Cruise himself. In recent years, Scientology has faced numerous lawsuits, investigations, and a significant decline in influence. If a coordinated group is working to bring down Scientology, this leak could be part of a long-term strategy. On the other hand, if someone in Hollywood wants to damage Tom Cruise's reputation, this leak could be a carefully calculated attack. As one of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry, Cruise's career has remained unshaken despite persistent rumors and controversies surrounding his personal life. However, a scandal of significant scale could seriously threaten his public image. When a shocking secret is exposed, its consequences can extend far beyond the individuals involved, shaking the very foundations of a powerful organization. Tom Cruise is not just an A-list star, he is Scientology's most high-profile figure. If sensitive details about his personal life, particularly his identity, are revealed, it could not only send shockwaves through Hollywood, but also destabilize Scientology itself. But what will actually happen if the leaked emails are confirmed to be true? Will Cruise's career take an irreversible hit? Will Scientology face its biggest crisis in history? Could this be the final blow to an organization already weakened by years of controversy? If the leaked emails contain verified information, the impact on Tom Cruise could be enormous. He is not just a box office icon, he is a central figure in Scientology. To millions of fans worldwide, Cruise represents perseverance, success, and unwavering confidence. A scandal of this magnitude could destroy his career in ways no one can predict. A-list stars have survived public scandals before, but only when the controversy does not directly contradict the image they have spent decades crafting. Tom Cruise has built his persona as a charismatic, disciplined, and highly controlled individual. If this leak challenges the core elements of that image, it could cause lasting damage to his reputation. Cruise has overcome numerous controversies before, from his high-profile divorce from Nicole Kidman, to his turbulent breakup with Katie Holmes, to long-standing debates over his devotion to Scientology. But none of these scandals have ever truly struck at the heart of the image he has carefully constructed. If this secret is explosive enough, it could permanently alter public perception of him. If major studios continue to back him, Cruise will remain one of the most powerful stars in the entertainment industry. But if the scandal reaches a certain level, the industry may not hesitate to cut ties with him. For decades, Scientology has mastered the art of controlling information, especially when it comes to protecting its high-profile members. The organization has used intimidation tactics, media manipulation, and legal pressure to keep its secrets hidden. But if this email leak is truly as damaging as rumored, it could pose the greatest challenge Scientology has ever faced. The question now is this the beginning of the end for Scientology and for Tom Cruise's unshakable image?